Hey guys, this is Elijah from Elijah Khan Marketing. I want to say first and foremost, I probably need to get a new laptop as well as a new microphone because it's getting a bit noisy and the sound quality just isn't that great. But we continue and I'll grow as time goes on. In today's video, what I want to be talking about is the Facebook Pixel. What is the Facebook Pixel? How can you tell if your site has it, how another site has it, and what can it do for your company? Okay? Let's get into it. So first and foremost, the Facebook Pixel is probably the most important aspect of your website, of your digital presence, or one of the most important aspects. It is a short line of code developed by Facebook themselves, which allows you to track user data, user information, and user behavior. Now, of course, this is all GDPR compliant. It's all within the law. It's all anonymous as well, so you can't see that Stephanie from Leeds has been on your website for 5 minutes and then clicked add to cart. It's not like that. It's a collection of information of what anonymous users are doing on your website, and then you can collate that data and create campaigns with it powerfully. Now, why is it so important? It's really, really important because 90 to 93, 95% of your customers, and even up to 98% of your customers don't convert straight away upon landing on your site. And that can be for multiple reasons, whether they need time to think about the purchase, whether they've been distracted by the dog who's just run into the room, someone's called them coming down for dinner and they close their laptop, forget about it, and they'll never ever purchase from you ever again. Now, that's 90 to 98% of people who come to your site. So your entire business is based on 2% website visitors and word of mouth and referrals, okay? And of course, if you're doing email campaigns and stuff like that. But if you have a website, your entire website online presence is based on 2% of your website visitors, and that's unbelievable. And if you're doing really well on that, fantastic, that's great. But why hinge your business on that 2% website visitors and word of mouth when you can be hinging it on the 98%? How can you hinge on the 9%? I hear you ask. Now, that's the thing. That's where the Facebook Pixel comes into play. Okay, so the Facebook Pixel allows you to create dynamic and powerful retargeting campaigns, and allows you to bring back in that 98% of people who have forgotten about your website, forgotten about your brand, and laid it to the wayside forever, out of their mind. Why is it so important to bring these people back if they're not the ones who are going to be converting? That's the thing. This 98% of people are the most likely to convert. The most likely to convert more than any other website visitor, more than any other form of traffic, okay? The reason for that is retargeting is one of the most effective forms of converting a customer. So, without the Facebook Pixel, you can't collect the information. Without that information, you can't set up retargeting campaigns. And without the retargeting campaigns, you're leaving a massive amount of money on the table for absolutely no reason whatsoever. On the flip side, with the Facebook Pixel, you can collect a huge amount of data on your customer journey, behavior, your website usage, what products people are clicking on, how long they're clicking on it, what stage of the journey they've gone to, where they dropped off. And then with that information, you can then create powerful and engaging retargeting campaigns. And with those campaigns, you're then converting a larger scope of people than you ever were converting before. Obviously, the end result is a higher amount of revenue coming straight to your pockets, a higher amount of profit as well, hopefully, if the margins are right and done correctly, and everyone's happy. Now, how do you see if your website has a pixel already, and if it doesn't, how can you get a website? How can you get a pixel? And also, I'll show you how to see if other websites, competitors, industry leaders have the pixel as well. All right, let's get into it. Before we get started, if you guys could just drop a like, drop a subscribe, maybe even drop a comment with some feedback about how I could improve, how I could make this a bit more engaging, or whatever it is, the presentation. Maybe I can trade some of those subscribers and some of those likes for a new laptop. As you can probably hear, it is a little bit noisy on my end. But anyway, let us get into it, and I'll show you exactly what to do. So What you want to do is firstly go to Google Chrome and type in Facebook Pixel Helper. Cool. It should be the first one. If not, try and find the Chrome extension page and click on that. From there, make sure it's offered by Facebook and not someone else. This has clearly got 2 million plus downloads, so I can tell it's legit. Facebook Pixel Helper. That's all we need. Click on Add to Chrome, add extension, and should be added. And then from this little jigsaw puzzle icon there, click on it. Click on Manage Extensions. Find Facebook Pixel Helper and make sure it is turned on. Now the icon of it will look like, well, firstly what you need to do is just click on this again and pin it. Google Chrome has recently added this in and you can just put it wherever you want. So remember to just pin it, otherwise it won't come up even if it's turned on. Cool. You can close that from there. Now to give you an example of exactly how it functions, what I'll do is go to my website and refresh the page. My website has a Facebook Pixel on it, so I'll show you exactly what it looks like when I get a Facebook Pixel. Now, there is no Facebook Pixel coming up. Why is that the case? The reason for this is, and many, I wanted to do it this way, many of you will have ad blocker set up. And if you have ad blocker, it will not come up, or if it does come up, it will come up with errors or come up with something which is just not working properly. So what you need to do is just make sure you've disabled ad blocker. Okay, so go to Manage Extensions, turn off ad blocker. Okay, you don't just, so if it's turned on, don't just unpin it. That won't work. You need to actually turn it off. Okay. Now if I refresh the page, it's already come back up. There we go. So if I refresh the page, now we'll definitely come up with all the information there. There we go. So you can see page views, microdata being detected, and you can see the information. If you scroll down here, maybe I'll do another video on what all this means and how you can analyze it, but you can see everything here. Okay. Now on a site which doesn't have a pixel, I think this site doesn't have a pixel. Don't want to throw these guys under the bus, but you guys really should be having a Facebook Pixel on your site, even if you're a charity or not. It will just simply say no pixel found on Gloucestershire bundles at all. Yeah. They actually say now as well, adding tracking blockers can prevent pixel fires, so there's really no excuse. Definitely disable ad blocker and then refresh your page to see if the Facebook Pixel is there. Okay, cool. So that's what a Facebook Pixel does, how it can be beneficial to you, your site, and how you can see if your own site has it, and if a competitor or an industry leader or any company you want to be checking out has a Facebook Pixel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Let me know if you need any help setting it up, and I'll do my best to get back to everyone. Thanks guys, see you later.